Shalom, peace to you all. Welcome in. I hope that you're doing well today. It is just clipping right along in January. Hold on just a second. Let me apologize. January the 14th. Happy birthday if it is your birthday. Happy anniversary if it is an anniversary, anything like that. Welcome back if you are a part of this platform and you are upright in your heart. If you're not upright in your heart, I really hope that something will come out today that you will turn and you will change from nonsense that you may be encountering in your life. I ask at the hand of the Most High God, He speaks here. And I fear Him and revere Him. And unless you do, then you don't have any wisdom on the inside and nor any understanding. Because we're told that to have wisdom and understanding is to fear the Most High God. It's the beginning of wisdom to fear Him, and to leave evilness is to have understanding. And I don't know why anybody would want to be evil, but they're out there, folks. So I just do a different type of a work here. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Audio discretion advised if you have children around you, because really big information does come out here. And God don't mess around. We're in an hour where God's not putting up with nonsense and all that. If you missed the element sign readings that I did last night, they are on the live section. I got chuckled at the things that were, those of you seen all the things that were flying out of this little deck that I was using, this little homemade deck. I didn't even know there were names embedded inside there, but they were just flipping out. And I found a couple of them inside the reading, but this morning I picked up two from the ground, and another name that came out was Daniel. Okay, and so we had names that were flying out of that thing, and so Daniel was another name that came out. And then the other card says that there was money coming, and it said $120 is to be precise, but those were the other two cards that I missed, I guess, last night in that reading. I didn't see them, but so anyway, if that's significant, you go back and you watch that. I laughed. It was funny that they were jumping out like that. But anyway, those were the other two that were missed in that reading last night. All right, we're going to get started here and see what the Most High wants to bring out. He told me to read this morning. So people that are being afflicted, or you are the one afflicting somebody. It says, you shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If you afflict them in any way, this is God saying this. If you afflict, and this just really to any person, I take this from, I've read this for myself, and because I'm like totally alone in the earth now because of what people have done. My parents are gone, and God is my father. And so those of you who are, being oppressed by people and people doing crazy stuff around you, you can hang on to this. I mean, nobody should afflict anybody. But this is being very specific. We have a lot of children that are being hurt in the earth realm and stuff like that as well. Fatherless children and stuff like that. Anyway, you shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If you afflict them in any way, and they cry to me, saith Jehovah, I will hear them, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you, is what he says. Okay? And people thinking that they can just do some stuff to some people. We cry to God. Even David said when he cried out to God, he was a full-grown man. Said God heard him, and he got up from his throne, and his nostrils began to flare up. And he stood up and he shook the mountains, and that's natural disasters and things like that. And people wonder, why has this happened? Tornadoes and things like that. It's judgments of God in the earth is what those things are, folks. People lose their home they've lived in forever, and communities are affected by leadership, and innocent people and innocent lives get hurt because what wicked people also do. Is why it's important for us to keep that lifeline with the Most High God. But apparently somebody that I'm talking to also is afflicting some people, and begin to cry out to the Most High God, folks. God said He gonna kill them. We don't want these people on the earth. They won't turn to do whatever. I'm sick and tired of dealing with people like this. I'm ready for God to put His sickle in. I don't want to see nobody die, but we're tired of creeps taking advantage of people. God said there would be a time where the wicked would be removed out of the earth. And I believe that we are living in that time. Things are happening. This is a very dangerous year. If you're brand spanking new, go back on the platform and go back on January. It would have been December 31st. We were talking about 2026 this year, what God revealed, what he was going to be doing to people. And you need to be on the side of God's protection, because it's a devastating year for people who are not. But the joy of the Most High God is our strength, right? Anyway, he says that if they cry out to him, that he will kill you and with the sword, and your wives will become widows, and your children will be fatherless, was the rest of that verse. So he'll take yours. He'll take yours. We have messages coming out today. This little piece right here, her hair is really bothering me. Anyway, sorry. Keeps catching my eye in the frame. There's messages coming, maybe even from kids for some of you all. Otherwise, it's just, this is good news. It came out in the upright. If it's in the reverse for any reason at all, we'll see what unfolds out here. Then obviously we need to check everything that's being said to us, right? This is somebody who works well with their hands. This is something physical that's around a message today, face-to-face messaging with that pentacle, in-person type of a message could be here with the Page of Pentacles. What else you want to bring out here, Most High God? The Pentacle. Here comes all the money again. It was everywhere yesterday when we were reading. Something about a contract. Okay. This is real quick communication, or somebody's going to be humbled. And some of y'all may work for the United States government. We had the United States that came out twice last night in wording. This is a real quick communication here. A fast talker could be out here. It's a rebellion card in the reverse. Somebody could be, there's a greed. Look at all the pentacles again coming out. All right, well, getting into unity. And if this magician is not in the upright, it's manipulative. Somebody's either got grudges or won't open up to get into unity. This is like feeling insecure, or lack is also here. Wow. It's a lot of money still coming out. There's the Queen of Pentacles. So, okay, there's business deal, I think, that came out as well. The star is at the top of the deck. Somebody might know something here. So, the pictograph language says snorting out the nostrils. And so again, if kids cry out to God, God gonna get up and snort out his nostrils on some stuff and kill somebody out here. Okay, it would be showing what I just read, because that pictograph language goes back to being angry. Okay, well, you might think you're angry on some stuff, but you ain't seen anger until God gets up, folks. Why can't you be upright? There's a headship out here that's known about, or that's fixing to get up and say something. And it's either going to make a bunch of people angry. There's a bunch of money around stuff. Something's costly out here. Somebody acting for others of you who are dealing. I mean, because we've got greedy nonsense, holding grudges, and there's something about being in unity. But those two of cups kept coming out in the reverse. So when I read, so if the Queen of Pentacles is upright, she's very grounded. She'll do what's right. Yeah, there's children underneath that as well. Okay, I'm seeing court cards. There's court cards. There's people involved in things. Something's going to change here. There's the arm of God right here in the pictograph language. Go ahead, folks. Whatever this is about today, let's see what this communication is for, because the House of Communication itself came out with the Magician. Show me what this is about, please. Take that card. What are they wanting unity about? Let's jump it on this page. It's the Page of Cups, the Princess of Cups in the reverse. This is seduction. This is seducing nonsense. Queen of Pentacles came out again with the Four of Cups. This is contemplating. So she's here twice. And this is luxury over the top. So there's a lot of money involved in some stuff. And then this card, the Emperor, came out. You talk about somebody being stubborn on something out here. But if the Emperor is in the upright and that Queen of Pentacles is in the upright, they'll have their head on straight to do something. But God also warned, there's some type of, I'm seducing you type of something out here. But God warned last night, and he said, just like that, If you have clarity in mind and you make a wrong choice, there was a lot of confusion that came out here as well. You need to pay attention to people's actions, what they're saying, how they're saying some stuff. Okay? Yeah, there's the Magician again. There's headship out here. Something about a fire could be out here attached to something. It's really come out this week. Okay, but the pictograph language would also say that this is about a redemption of something, redeeming something out here. But the PD, and I can still get the DA out here just in the letters. Okay, so you've got something going on out here. Somebody needs to be humbled in something out here going on. Show me more information on this communication. They're going to try to use a little sweet talk out here with that little seducing energy when the Page of Cups is in the reverse. It's fishy, and somebody's leadership is out here around it. So it either is the leadership trying to do something, or somebody's trying to go to leadership to, hey, get into unity because you've got the connection that I need to get something done, because there's a bunch of freaking money out here on some stuff. The love of money kills you, by the way. Anyway, Five of Pentacles again. It's already right here. This is about a throw out of something. Anyway, a spy is around something. Then there's the Devil. Hey, got your little hand out. All right, well, this also tells me that for some of you all, somebody will be shackled with chains and go to prison for something out here on a matter. Okay? Because it's out here. Okay? Somebody ain't going to get away with some nonsense that they're doing. It's time for some people to get freaking caught on what they're doing. And there's a group out here with all these court cards. The book, we talked about that for 2026, and things are coming out of the book. It came out in the reverse. It's opening. The seals are going to be open, and people are going to know some information about some things, okay, that have been secretive, okay? Accept in the reverse. Somebody won't accept something. Or you don't need to accept somebody who's trying to get you in unity for something, because somebody is not going to open up with the Four of Pentacles here. Those of you who've got your head on straight and you know how to choose something out here and how to be wise, because you know God's eyes is watching everything. Somebody won't accept something. Came out with the Devil card in the reverse. Somebody really mean out here, because again, snorting, but God's fixing to get up and snort on some stuff. And again, there is not a true love. True love came out in the reverse. Okay, and I don't remember whose reading that was last night, but somebody, the King of Swords was in the upright, and an upright leader came out in that reading, and the energy was being talked about not being moved by somebody's little communication, because somebody is upright. They ain't going to be moved by doing some type of wickedness out here. Okay, and so if there are two people that are even, one of these are upright and one of them's not, somebody's just as skilled as the other person, but the person who's got the upper hand is the upright party. Every time. The earth belongs to the Most High God, and the fullness thereof, they and they that dwell therein. Do you and I dwell in the earth? Yes. Even if you're wicked, I'm talking to a wicked party, but it belongs to God Almighty, and He gets the last say, and He's going to kill you if you don't stop your nonsense. And we don't care. You're leaving the earth. Somebody trying to do some stuff, they just won't quit. They won't accept. They won't accept. They won't accept. They're mean out here. There's a wicked party out here. God's sick and tired of it. The Most High says He's going to help you recognize some signs. There was another card that kind of was similar to that, and it said to pay attention to some things that were going on. Okay, because the Devil's here. Come on, take my hand, baby. Somebody wants to control a situation. Look. Strings are attached to something out here. The Devil wants to use you like a puppet on a string. No. And God said last night in one of those readings, the Yes card came out in the reverse. And then when I took from my homemade deck, one of the opposite sides of one of the cards said no. And so it was there twice. You need to say no to somebody. You need not to open up to something. You're going to get entangled with the Devil, and you ain't going to get out of it, I guess. Because you're being warned. So there's wishful thinking going on out here. Time. Okay. The Devil also represents time. Somebody going to do time, because the word shackle with chains with prison is out here. Every person is entangled with this thing. You will do time. You will. I don't know how much time you're going to do, but somebody's under also a time frame to get something done out here. Intimacy. So it fell on the star. Somebody is not really in it. Because the true love energy is, somebody's an imposter with the devil out here. Somebody's not in unity here. Okay, somebody knows about intimacy. That is, I know. Let me see the mottos out here. I know, I am, I know, I use, I communicate. So I am knowing about some communication out here. You are going to be knowing about some communication out here today. If you've got the Holy Spirit on the inside of you. And you're feeling some tingly, a little temptation, you run. Because that's evilness. Archangel Michael's here. So again, he fights against the devil and his angels. Who wins? The angel of the Lord stands at the people's door who fear Jehovah. Who wins today? The devil or Archangel Michael? Because he stands for the people of God who are in righteousness. Are you in righteousness, or are you with this freak, this Luciferian nonsense? To get away and to relax. Last night it said somebody was wanting to leave. Okay. It says sparks are out here. Okay, you could interpret it. There's something about a fire out here. There's something about fire out here. But so what do you want to bring out for the people? Shelly and Roy just jumped out. I didn't even know that there's names inside of this thing, and they keep coming out. Anyway, if your name is Roy, you're either being approached or you're doing something. Somebody's name is Shelly jumped out. That's incredible. Let me make sure there ain't no more in here, because they're not supposed to be in here. Okay. Well, anyway, and Daniel came out this morning. So whatever those connections, a trainer is here. Maybe you're training somebody. Something about your cousin is also coming out. What else do you want to bring out here? The word no. Somebody trying to touch somebody. Somebody trying to do some type of seducing, some type of something out here. And somebody's already said no, or something's out here really bad with that. I'm hearing some of y'all need to scream so people hear something. Somebody gonna be exposed. Somebody's coveting. Thou shalt not covet. There's all this money out here. Don't belong to you, thief. It don't belong to you. It says you better contact your family. Look, is something going to go down. There's a murderer out here when we get the devil. And so if you don't say no, again, somebody's life is on the line. Your breath could leave you today. Okay? It said they never thought they'd get caught. Well, somebody getting exposed out here on some stuff. Whatever that is. So whether you're the upright party with these names or the negative party for any given person, you will or will not be for any given person. You're being warned on something that's going on around you. Okay? And any leadership that is out here that's got people underneath you, you stand in a really devastating place if you do something that's ungodly, because you have people's blood on your hands. You're responsible for people underneath you on some stuff out here. You're being warned today. Says that the name of Jehovah is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and are safe. This came out yesterday, and it says that in mercy the throne shall be established, and he shall set upon it in the truth, folks, in the truth. In the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment and hastening righteousness. Okay? Somebody needs to seek real quick a judgment on something, and in righteousness by the truth. What else you want to bring out here? It says, thou shalt not commit adultery. It jumped on the Emperor card. Okay? So somebody got a leadership nonsense going on around adulterous stuff, whatever that may be. The sword does come with this, with God. That's the anger is the energy that's out here. We have the FBI involved in some things out here. Okay, well that book's going to be open. That situation's going on with that deal with Trump. Anyway, God gets last say on some stuff, and he's going to judge by righteousness. Anyway, somebody's investigated out here just for general people as well. Someone tall is coming out for a clue. Maybe you don't know any tall people, but somebody tall is involved in something. Maybe they work for the FBI. I don't know. It says most sides going to protect from a presented bribe. They will be exposed. The word exposed is already out here. Somebody don't think they're going to get caught. Somebody going to get, this is also exposure. Somebody going to get caught. This little devil's going to get caught because Archangel Michael's out on something. Something's huge then today for those two energies to come out together. A third party. That third party showed up in the element sign reading that was backwards. Okay, but there's just a bunch of, there's greedy stuff out here. Somebody trying to do something for money, though. Anyway, somebody thought they wouldn't get caught. Somebody's cheating out here. Crush energy. We have the right to crush the head of a serpent, Yahuwah says. The police jump out. And it's jumping out on this leadership out here. On that emperor. Some leadership going to go to jail, or they're going to call the cops. Something's happened behind closed doors. Okay, well, the emperor represents a door in the pictograph language. We had the doorway that came out in a totally different deck last night. And so some communication was going on by a doorway. And this is a communication. It's here. So whatever that is. Okay, there's the bribe again. Beware. It's going to curse you. There is a bribe out here. For sure, let every word be established in 2 or 3 witnesses. Take it and die. Or do what's right and live. Trust. There's a property owner, and there's the headship again. Okay, a teacher is underneath that, and so whatever that means for you. You're going to learn some information out here today. So thank you. We'll get rid of these freaks. Bend them hard. A radical change fixing to take place. Okay, well, somebody could go to maximum protection because it's also maximum protection since the wording in the DA is out here, and somebody think that they're going to get what they want, but it says that they never thought that they'd get caught because somebody's sure of themselves. Somebody's freaking sure of themselves on some nonsense out here. So whatever's going on, third parties doing something around y'all in some matter, there's going to be a maximum protection even for people that are involved, that are standing with God. He is our shield and our buckler. And we don't fear no evil. Whatever's going to take place in this matter is going to unfold. This is a victory in something. So whoever's investigated, somebody's going to get some type of victory and get some justice in a matter that's been going on out here. It's a radical change fixing to take place in something. Brace yourself, folks. Brace yourself. God's going to allow some stuff to come out. Shalom. Have a good day.